Alright, welcome back to Taste Panel for Chili Nerds today, guys. Hey, episode 281 happening. Continuing ever on our supermarket expedition going on. Today, guys, I'm bringing you everybody's favorite sauce, 7 Moons hot chili sauce. The reason I'm joking about that is I tried to do a web search on this particular sauce and I came up with absolutely nothing. So hey, guys, let this show be the first, I guess, with this particular sauce. Okay, hey, another supermarket shelf product going on today on this chilly day. Spring does not seem to want to come about. But however, guys, hey, perfect day not only to sit and bring in another supermarket sauce, but also to make a hot sauce. That's what I was actually doing today. So, hey, I'll be able to maybe bring you that particular sauce on a future episode here on the panel. But for today, let our plate be filled with 7 Moons hot chili sauce. Excuse me. Hey, I'm coughing before the show even starts. Alright, it says here, ideal as a tasty dipping sauce. Alright, so it says here, suitable for vegetarians, no MSG, if that's an issue for any of you. Hey, we got some Chinese writing going down the side. Hey, we don't often do a whole lot of Asian cooking sauces here on the panel, so hey, this will be some new ground for us as well with this sauce. Alright, it says here a little bit of writing on the side. We'll see what it says. 7 Moons hot chili sauce has a deep red color with a delicious hot and distinctive flavor. Ingredients, guys, right underneath there. Chili, water, garlic, rice vinegar, salt, sugar, modified cornstarch, potassium sorbate. Okay. Yes, just says here, imported by 7 Moons out of Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I don't know what company's making the sauce. That was the reason that prompted my web search. Also was curious to see what kind of chilies they're using in here. Again, couldn't find any information on these guys whatsoever, particularly this sauce in question. They are right about one thing so far. It does have a deep red color. We'll have to see what the flavor tastes like. Guys, must be from boiling those hot peppers from the sauce, kind of sticking in my throat here and making me cough a little bit, because when you cook chilies, wow, that tends to create some napalm in the air. So suffering the little after effects of that. But let's cut the neck label here on this particular guy, and hey, see where we stand with 7 Moons. So all right, has a pop top on it, all right, with a pull ring. I'm assuming this is not going to screw off. Hey, which is a shame, because I kind of like the shape of the bottle here. If we would have had a screw top lid there, I could have used this, washed it up, and used this bottle for my own hot sauces. But sorry, guys, not going to be the case. We have a pull ring here. Hopefully we'll have more luck with, I believe we had a Mexican sauce a while back. Just pulled the ring right off, so I don't want to have to stop the show. So let's dig out our ring and see if this one can take the pressure and actually pull the plastic off, if I could even get my fingers in there. Ooh. Hey, not bad at all, guys. That was pretty good. Shake that up a little bit and take a whiff. Guys, you can see right there, the sauce is kind of creamy looking right off the bat. The one thing I'm worried about here is the bottle's actually glass, so I can't really squeeze it. So I guess I have to kind of shake it out. We'll see how well it pours onto the spoon, because it actually doesn't look all that thin. Aroma-wise, kind of picking up those chilies, yeah. Picking up a little bit of that vinegary character as well. Don't know what kind of chilies are in here. Again, possibly cayennes. I don't know. That would just be a guess. A little bit of a salty note happening there as well. Something else going on in there. Could be that rice. What was it? Rice vinegar. maybe that is creating a kind of a really kind of earthy type of scent that I'm not used to in a hot sauce. However, again, chilies and salt going on there as well. So let's see what happens here with this. Yeah, you can see this stuff's pretty creamy. Perhaps apply. Oh, there it goes. It's spilling pretty nice. So good. Actually looks pretty good. Kind of ketchupy. Yeah, bright red. Nothing really else going on in there. It looks, guys, honestly, just like a spoon of ketchup, like we had with the Heinz's jalapeno the other day. So hey, without further ado, 7 Moons hot chili sauce. Wow. Guys, that is really, really salty. Oh, lots of salt right up front. Salt gripping the tongue with an incredible grip, a strong grip, the vice-like grip of salt happening over my tongue right now. It is almost similar to taking a spoon of salt. It is that salty, guys. Kind of body really creamy. Actually, a nice consistency to the body. A quick hit of again. It does have a tang of vinegar, but yet the flavor profile is somehow different. Almost kind of clammy tasting. If I could be so bold as to say that, I guess it almost has a salty, almost seafood-like flavor going on. Chilies seem to be kind of lost in the picture there. We see some Asian landscape down there. I hadn't noticed that before. Some buildings there. Guys, the salt is just raging on this. Look at what else is going on. Seeing if there's something I may have missed. What I'm really missing here, guys, is the actual chili flavor. Getting a slight little glow happening about just beyond mid-tongue towards the back, kind of creeping forward. A little bit of a burn going on there, but not much beyond that. Excuse me, the aroma suggested some that there would be a little more chilies than are actually coming forth in the flavor. So aroma preferred that a little more than the actual flavor of the sauce. Did smell the saltiness in the aroma, but Lord knows I wasn't prepared for what hit my palate. Guys, again, really salty stuff. You can see here, sauce has a nice medium body. Again, the color is nice. Again, aroma not so bad. But guys, I'm not sure about the flavor here. Not picking up any of that garlic. Not really picking up a whole lot of sugary. There's some sugar in there, but I'm not getting a nice counterbalance of sweetness with that salty flavor. Just salt raging. I'm assuming that rice vinegar is giving it kind of almost, again, it strikes me more as like a almost clammy flavor in the mouth, or some kind of seafood. Clams come to mind because it almost has, if you ever had clam juice, kind of has a little bit of that going for some reason. Obviously, guys, 7 Moons hot chili sauce here, not being one of the best sauces featured on the panel, I'm sorry to say. I'm not a big fan of out of balance salt character in sauces. We've seen this before. Yosemite habanero, I believe, was one of them that was really, really sticks in my mind as just being overdone with the salt. This one here may be a rival for that one. I'm really not getting too much of any real pleasant flavors out of this guy at all. Yeah, like I said, perhaps the redeeming character of this would have been this really cool shaped bottle here, but hey, I can't even get this lid off of here, so even that becomes recycling. So, alright guys, hey, Seven Moons hot chili sauce. Guys, if you're really into saltiness and you're into kind of weird kind of seafood-like flavors going on without any seafood in the actual sauce, hey, you might like this guy. You gotta search far and wide for the chilies. I might, guys, be even tempted to try a tiny bit more to see if I could find the chili in it, but I'm dreading that salt factor. In there, perhaps a dried chili presence on that second spoon, but the salt, guys, just it comes up over, just blows out the chilies. But perhaps a little bit of a dried pepper taste going on there on a second shot there. But still, again, building up to that salty, clammy flavor, all that being left behind. And hey, not much more I can say about this guy. Not much more I want to say about it. I don't want to take another spoon. I don't want to look for further flavors, because trying to get beyond that salt is a little difficult. Hey man, I'm licking my lips right now, and it's almost like I went under a wave in the ocean and came back up and licked my lips. Guys, it is exactly that type of saltiness, just like my lips were soaked in the ocean. So anyway, whatever. We're gonna put that guy aside for now. Hey, I want to talk real briefly on these recent terrorist events here in the United States. The Boston bombing. Okay, guys, this stuff all over the news. A real tragedy in that anyone was killed really, but a young child, 8-year-old kid killed in this. And so I've caught 3 separate news shows just within the last couple days where they had on either a Catholic reverend or a Protestant pastor or whatever. And each time, there's 3 times now, each time the host, of course, bringing up the question, the age-old question, why would God let such an event happen? Okay, so I was surprised, though. What was really surprising to me was the answers that were given, okay, by these pastors or reverends who make a career of doing this. For the most part, the answer came out to, well, we just don't know. It's hard to tell God's motivation in things, and it was basically that kind of answer, instead of just coming out and saying that we are sinful and the human race is under the curse of sin, okay, and that we have a free will to choose evil or to choose Christ. All right, so there is an easier answer. However, it seems to me that there is political correctness involved in every facet and on every level. Okay, so if you come out and say that mankind is cursed with sin and is sinful, okay, that's going to be offensive, especially to the secular progressive who believe that man is just innately something very good. All right, so anyway, the bottom line is it could have opened up a really good conversation on the sinful nature of man and how, and reasoning that is why we need Jesus to save us. We need a Savior. Okay, so yeah, pretty crazy stuff going on with this. I think people put on the spot here on these shows, reaching out to a whole lot of people. Yeah, there's kind of again an afraidness, afraid you're going to offend somebody type of thing. Speak the truth. Don't beat around the bush when you're talking about this stuff. Open it up. Talk about Christ. Talk about our need for salvation. Because there are going to be people out there, they're going to choose evil. And there are going to be people who are going to choose Christ. So, guys, it's this political correctness thing driving me nuts, even in the midst of the terrorist tragedy going on here. Okay, and not only that, but it reminds me, guys, of another political correct thing going on, and it all comes together at the end. Okay, I was just watching something about Little League baseball or football or whatever the case may be. There cannot be a losing team, okay? Because if there's a losing team, then that's not fair to those kids who lost because the other kids won. Now, to me, that doesn't. The whole universal principle here, established by God, is there is a winning team and a losing team. Christ's elect, the winning team. Those who disbelieve and the haters, the losing team. Just come forth and preach Christ and tell the truth and stop beating around the bush and stop worrying about political correctness. Hey, amen. Be back with this salty dog in 8 to 10. We'll see you then. Hi, welcome back to the panel. Here again, 7 Moons Hot Chili Sauce. Guys, I'm wrapping the show. I'm parched with salt. I'm thirsty. I want a glass of ice water. So, with that said, goodbye for now. Read your Bibles. Say your prayers. I'll see you next show. Bye-bye.